eBay. For us movie collectors, it can be both a blessing and a curse, especially if you're trying to get things from other countries. Now, I hadn't been on eBay in quite a while. Last time I was, and you know what? The last time I was on eBay, I went on eBay because, let me start from way back. I used to sell a lot on eBay. And so I was very, very, very familiar with eBay. And I eventually racked up a lot of money on PayPal. So the last time I went on eBay to any extent, I essentially was spending that money that I had on PayPal. I was looking at it as free money essentially, even though it wasn't really. Should have just taken the cash, right? So yeah, I did a lot, and you know what? It was fine back then. I knew what I was getting into. Essentially, I was trying to buy a lot of different lots that had been split up that were a lot cheaper because they weren't the complete thing, and I was trying to get into things and essentially buy a complete piece via buying all these, smaller parted out packages, and essentially, I was essentially trying to save myself 50 to 70%. But the problem is some of them, the parts that were pieced out, nobody really wanted, so they were easy to get. Other ones were a little bit harder, and then there were ones which were almost impossible to get. So, I got the ones that were easy to get. Eventually, I got the ones that were slightly more difficult, but it was the ones that were really hard to get. And sometimes because the items that were parted out had changed over the years, over models, sometimes I would end up with ones that would work, say, for something from pre-1990, and the other ones that would work for post-1990, so they didn't really work together. I mean, I made them work together, but they weren't supposed to work together type thing. And yeah, so I blew through a lot of money doing that, and ended up with a whole bunch of extra parts and stuff that I used, but it wasn't quite what I was trying to do. So essentially, I think I ended up buying or paying almost full price for what I was trying to get for 50 to 70% off. But that's my own fault. I was getting greedy, essentially, is what was happening. And yeah, so those are eBay adventures you kind of remember, and you think, yeah, next time I go on eBay, I'm not going to make those same mistakes, right? Well, we all know we get caught up in things, and we sometimes we overbid. We may set a limit, and well, we really want stuff, especially as collectors. We can go, hey, I you know what? It's only another dollar. If I put another dollar on it, I might win. Oh, I got outbid. Oh, just a little bit more, I might get it. Well, I recently went back to eBay and fell prey to changes that they've made to it. So I didn't even know about these changes, and whatever. They caught me off guard. But I also, in this video, because I've got a package from eBay, this is a case of I didn't read. So yeah, I didn't read. Whatever that means. Let me open this up. Okay, so let's open this up. Of course, he's taped all over the place. Grr. And here's where Blu-ray Anonymous would slow-mo this thing and make crazy noise. Gonna get in you, boy! What was the point? Oh my lord. Alrighty then. So essentially how this started off was I was looking for particular DVDs, and I found them. And those were Volume 1 and 2 of the original Clone Wars animated series. I paid, I think, $17 for the both of them. They looked to be, it said it was complete and in really good condition. Yeah, it's not very, very minor in terms of scratching, if anything. it's got a little bit more scratching on it, but not enough to really worry me. Everything else seems to be okay. Good enough to say that I'm not too worried about it, though this one seems like it's probably a different case, but I don't know. It's got the inserts as far as I can tell, so I should be okay. I will watch them, and hopefully everything is good. I've not seen any of the Clone Wars stuff, and I noticed a lot of the DVD Clone Wars sets from the new Clone Wars series were coming on sale, and I was like, well, I don't want to watch those Clone Wars sets until I see this Clone Wars, and I haven't seen these, so I immediately went looking for them, and as far as I could tell, almost nobody had them, so I don't know if it's out of print or what, but this was what I was looking for, so I found it. And of course, as a, you know, want to save on shipping, right? So let's see what else this guy is selling. And I noticed he had a bunch of $5 Blu-rays, and I was like, sweet, I like $5 Blu-rays. So I picked up. Didn't have the slip cover. This has no inserts in it. It's got fingerprints all over it, but it doesn't look like it's really scratched. And that is, and I wanted it specifically for this cover, the Princess Bride. And this is the Princess Bride that's got the reversible, doesn't matter which way you hold it, cover. I wish I had the slip cover for this, but whatever. So this was $5. I'll have to clean that up before I play it. Next up is a movie I saw in theaters. And it was fun. It's okay. A little bit of, tiny amount of scuffing, and that's Olympus Has Fallen. And then finally, a movie I have not seen, but I know people, especially Nathan from Blu-ray Anonymous, I think this is like his favorite movie, and that's Liam Neeson's The Grey. Also $5. Now, you'll notice both these are Blu-ray DVD combo packs. Well, there's no DVDs in these. And I can't, you know, call out the seller for that, because you know what? The title of these auctions were The Grey, Blu-ray only, Liam Neeson, and Olympus Has Fallen, Blu-ray only, Gerard Butler and Morgan Freeman. So, a case of me not paying attention has me getting two movies, Olympus Has Fallen and The Grey, for $5 each. Great, but you know me, if it ain't complete, I don't want it. So I'll see if I can sell these off. I'll see if I can get $10 for them on Kijiji. If not, I will reduce the price on them and at least get my $5 back, or $5.50, I guess, with exchange rate, because I got them from the States. But at least the shipping from this guy wasn't too bad. He just shipped it regular U.S. Postal Service, and it was $12 for the shipping, which, considering it was $11 actual shipping cost, it was $11, and then gotta pay for a bubble mailer on top of that. Hey, you know what? That's kudos. I'll give them kudos for that. That's accurate shipping costs. You know, I know I would have paid the $12 no problem, and then next thing you know, it only cost them like $6. I'm used to that. That's part of eBay, right? Everybody lowers the price on their items, but then jacks up the shipping costs a bit. But yeah, so there you go. There's my eBay adventures part 1. There's going to be a part 2 to this when the package shows up. But I think I'm going to watch Olympus Has Fallen and The Grey. If I don't like The Grey, Nathan, I'm looking at you, then I won't have to worry about getting it again. If I do like it, then yeah, eventually I'll pick it up. Olympus Has Fallen, I still want to own that. It's not an amazing movie, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. So yeah. It's live and learn, right? Live and learn. But yeah, Hey, I got Tom and Jerry going on in the other room. I've been watching that all day. I also ate Fruity Pebbles for breakfast. I also woke up at 2 p.m. Yeah. Growing up's for chumps. Anyway, guys, take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.